Are you a woman and you have some form of burning sensation down there? I'm talking about vaginitis and you may be suffering from it. Today I'm going to share with you 9 tips that are going to allow you to effectively deal with vaginitis and any form of vaginal inflammation. Hello, I am Vikram and welcome to Sex Guru. If this is your first time here and you're looking to learn more about sex and have an amazing, fulfilling relationship, start now by hitting the subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so that you don't miss anything. Vaginitis refers to any form of vaginal inflammation. Most women suffer from this typically if they do not maintain good sexual hygiene. That's why in this video I want to share with you 9 tips that will allow you to deal with your particular burning sensation that you absolutely have to get rid of starting right now. If you're not clear about what vaginitis is, how it's caused and all of that stuff, make sure you hit the I button. I've detailed a small video where I talk about what vaginitis is and how it's actually caused. That will allow you to develop a better understanding of it and will allow you to apply all 9 of these tips in a more effective way. Number 1. Use a mild soap to wash on a consistent basis both your vagina and your anus. We advise a mild soap primarily because it may cause harm to the skin or to the inner components of the vagina. This is because it's a very sensitive region and you do not want to cause any harm there. At the same time, make sure you pat dry both your vagina and the anus and avoid as much as possible to make contact with the vagina using the dry towel that you have used after it has touched the anus. Number 2, make sure that you wear cotton panties instead of nylon ones. Nylon underwear typically retains heat and moisture and can cause harmful bacteria to grow within the vagina. That is something that you do not want happening to you. Number 3, avoid wearing tight pants, especially around your crotch. For the very same reason of heat and moisture being retained, you want to avoid as much as possible to wear tight pants because that can cause growth of harmful bacteria again, and that is something that you do not want happening to you. Number 4, make sure that your sex partner is clean. I'm not talking about just free of disease, but also that they are maintaining some form of sexual hygiene. I'm talking about washing their genitals and making sure that that isn't going to be harboring any form of harmful bacteria. As much as possible, practice safe sex, practice clean sex, and at the same time, use condoms a lot. Number 5, make sure that you are using a sterile water-soluble jelly if you need any additional lubrication the next time you have sex. I suggest KY jelly. I'll leave a link to it down in the description box below and you can go ahead and buy that ahead of your next sexual act. Avoid as much as possible using Vaseline. You do not want to use it. Instead, use water-soluble jellies or birth control jellies in order to obtain more lubrication for sex. Number 6. Make sure that you avoid penetration at all costs, especially when it is painful or abrasive. You see, the vagina is a very delicate environment and its walls are even more delicate than you might think at times, especially when you are suffering from vaginitis. The thing is, here you want to abstain from sex whenever you are suffering from vaginitis, and if you go about forcing penetration at any point, that friction may cause more problems and can actually lead to inflammation. So as much as possible, abstain from sex or do not engage in sex during the period when you are suffering from vaginitis and instead postpone it for a later time. This also includes you making sure that you're well lubricated, that there is enough foreplay, that you have a great understanding and caring relationship with your partner in order to accommodate all of this, even though your partner may have a desire for sex right now and you just can't do it. Number 7, avoid diets that are high in refined carbohydrates and fats. This is because it changes the chemical composition of the vagina from a good chemical state to a negative chemical state where vaginitis may occur. So as much as possible, try to consume stuff that you know is good for you, that is plant-based and that can keep you healthy for a long time. Number 8, douching. Finding a douche in order to maintain sexual hygiene and keep the inner walls of the vagina clean is really important. Unfortunately, while there may be a variety of different chemical concoctions that you can apply to your vagina, you want to make sure that you have a consultation with your gynecologist or a licensed doctor before you go about doing this. The thing is, you want to avoid as much as possible any form of experimentation on yourself that can cause more harm than good. And number 9, probably the easiest thing that you can do in this entire list. Eat right, make sure that you exercise regularly, and watch your general health. This is one of the best ways to avoid a lower resistance to microorganisms that can hamper your vagina and actually cause vaginitis. So stay healthy, stay happy, and stay fit at all times in order to avoid vaginitis. Apply all of these tips that I've just shared with you and see which one works for you best and that you can apply consistently. Of course, make sure you consult your doctor whenever things go out of hand, or visit them as soon as possible in order to avoid a problem. If you found this video useful, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, comment down below and tell me what you understood from this video, which tip applies to you, and how do you go about dealing with vaginitis. Got any other questions? Leave them down below as well. And of course, if you want to learn more about sex and how to have an amazing, fulfilling relationship, check out my course on the verbal love potion. I'll leave a link for it down in the description box below, or log on to this website right here. And if you want to have an amazing sex life, you want to learn all of the amazing stuff that I'm putting out for you regarding sex and relationships, then make sure you subscribe right now, turn on bell notifications, and watch all of the content that I'm putting out for you, especially with regard to male and female sexual health. So much stuff to cover, so much stuff to learn, and I am going to bring it for you. This is Vikram signing off, and I'll see you in the next session.